This portion of the John Fredericks Show is brought to you by Hargrave Military Academy. Attend an educational and informative open house event at Hargrave Military Academy in Chatham, Virginia. For more information, visit online at hargrave.edu. Hargrave Military Academy. Build his future.
Joining us, their state director right now, Dave Schwartz. Hey, Dave, how are you?
Hey, John. Good morning to you.
I'm fired up. I am so excited about your rally. You know, I get all these people on every day. They're talking about we got to stop Medicaid expansion in Virginia. 400,000 people, $1.3 billion. We got to stop Obamacare. Got to do this. Got to do that. But then, you know, they get on my show or they send an email. Hey, what you guys are doing is a meaningful rally at the Capitol on Monday that is going to be speaking about the truth of what's going on. You're actually trying to get this done the old-fashioned way. So I'm fired up about it.
Well, look, the left does it all the time.
That's right.
They're really good, especially the unions. They're really good at these large rallies. And quite frankly, as you know, legislators pay attention to this stuff. They take a temperature reading of where the public is on this. And if there is strong outrage, you tend to win that argument. But this is really important. There's no doubt about it. And you mentioned the stats and all the statistics of how much it's going to cost and what it means for Virginia families. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to how these legislators are going to vote on this. And we have to put pressure on them. We have to let them know that the citizens of Virginia do not want Medicaid expansion. This is a key part of Obamacare implementation here in Virginia. And, John, for your activists, for your listeners, this is a chance for them to step up to the plate and stop a key part of Obamacare in Virginia. Look, and I'm sure you've discussed this and you know this. This is truly David versus Goliath here.
Yep.
We are, as citizens, the average citizen in Virginia, what we're going up against is, on Medicaid expansion, we're going up against, the media. They're hook, line, and sinker bought in to Medicaid expansion and the need for it. The political establishment, left and center are hook, line, and sinker for this, and also the unions and the hospital association. Big pharma, big healthcare, they are all for this because it's a a free lunch for them. They get money out of this.
I mean, this is
and so
exactly.
we're the citizens, we're the taxpayers, and we have to fight for what we believe in, and that is why we need to show up on Monday and make sure the super committee knows they have to vote against Medicaid expansion.
Well, this is why this rally that you guys put together, and Dave, I commend your organization in Virginia, Americans for Prosperity, in putting this together, because so many times, people don't know what to do. We send emails, we write letters, things like that. But this is so critical because you really get a chance to get involved. And it's easy to get, Monday, if you're at work, okay, you got to take a half a day off. But it's Monday, it's at noon. It's at the Capitol in Richmond, Americans for Prosperity. Now, if you're anywhere in Virginia, check it out because there's free bus service available. Now I live on the south side in Chesapeake. Here's what I'm going to do. This is so cool. I'm fired up about it. I get my family is catching the bus in Chesapeake. It's 9 a.m. It's at the Target in Greenbrier. I mean, it's right there, 9 a.m. Get on the bus, big coach bus. Everything is free. Then I'm going to pick it up after my show, 9:45 in Newport News. Join my family. Then it stops in Williamsburg at 10:30. There's a lunch served on it. It's a lot of fun. But the thing is, you can get involved. And the more people that show up, if we can get a big turnout for this, man, it is going to make a huge difference, Dave, right?
Well, here's the good news. John, you're one of about 6 or 7 buses that day from around the Commonwealth. We already have about 350 RSVPs for the event. We're expecting a large crowd. So if you want to come, make sure you get to the website and reserve a seat on the bus today, afpvirginia.com, or go to thejohnfredericksshow.com, and our link is right on the left-hand side of your page, and make sure you sign up for the bus. But again, you're so right, and this is, it's just an important battle, and it's one that we have to win because we know, and so many times, I mean, you hit the nail on the head. We've been sending emails, we've been calling our congressmen, and so many activists think that this thing is on the federal level and that Obamacare is only going to be decided in Congress, and that's just not true. The fight is now in the states. That's what the Supreme Court, the ruling basically said was that, Medicaid expansion and Obamacare is now going to be left up to the states to decide, individual states, how they want to handle this part of implementation. Mm-hmm. And I think for activists who have been let down by Congress, who've been let down by the president, this is a great way to get involved and truly make a difference. Because at the state level, your listeners probably know. I mean, they know who their delegate is. They know who their state senator is. These are local folks. They're part-time legislators. Nice. They listen for the most part. And again, if you have a large amount of opposition or a feverish opposition on Monday, it makes a tremendous difference. It makes a tremendous difference. And not only that, as you know, we're absolutely targeting this committee. We want folks to email. We want folks to call them. And we will, that's the next step after this. But we got to get down there. We got to have a huge crowd, and we got to lay the gauntlet down and let these legislators know that we mean business.
Look, this is something you got to attend. Put it on your calendar. If you can drive there, just pop over. It's at the Capitol. If you need a ride, go to afpvirginia.com, afpvirginia.com, or you can go to thejohnfredericsshow.com. It's all right there. And you can catch a free bus and have lunch. And if you're in the South Side, hey, I'm going to be on it, so then we can hobnob and talk about this. But, Dave, what's shocking is there are conservatives, I'm not going to name them out, that I've had them on my show, in the State House in Virginia, and their view is, you know what, Medicaid expansion, we might as well take the money from the government, because if we don't, it's going to go someplace else. Anyway, it solves the problem in the short term, and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah, and you and I both know there's always such a thing as a free lunch, right?
Right.
No, actually, there's never such a thing as a free lunch, and this will cost Virginians $1.3 billion that we don't have.
Exactly.
This has not been budgeted. So what that means is either they raise taxes, $1.3 billion, or they cut spending out of other crucial needs that we may have, and that we're currently spending money on. So, or a combination of both, which is not a good scenario. And John, I'm from Maryland, and we have seen over the last 7 years the governor of Maryland, a guy named Martin O'Malley. If you don't know him now, you probably will. He's running for president. He's a liberal Democrat. And, he has basically decimated the Maryland budget to the point now where they are really only paying for a few things, and Medicaid is one of them. Right. They have rapidly expanded Medicaid. The costs have, superseded what they originally predicted. And that's what's going to happen in Virginia. And the other side of that is this issue is, does anybody really trust Washington, D.C. to go through with their promises? When's the last time that happened? I don't remember. Never. But they're promising that they're going to give Virginia money for this experiment. And I don't know about you, but I just don't trust them. So even if they went through with it, I just don't think the feds are going to go through with their promise. I don't think they're going to have the money to pay for this. No, and so on both of those accounts, taxpayers in Virginia are going to be left on the hook.
Exactly. I mean, and as you know, Dave, once you get any entitlement in, it's impossible. There's never been a case in history where the federal government or a state has instituted an entitlement and took it away. It can't be done, and it isn't going to be done in this case.
But that's why we got to stop this now. That's why we got to stop it right now.
That's right. It's like this is the beachhead. You got to stop it before it gets on the beach, because it's a three-pronged thing. Here's what's going to happen. You get Medicaid expansion through in Virginia, then you got to get Obamacare implemented. You get Obamacare implemented, and then just like Harry Reid said the other day, it is the down payment on a single-payer system. A single-payer system is full socialized medicine, managed and rationed care, just like they have in decrepit European economies. That's where the liberals want to take this. And you got to show up on Monday at the rally to stop. You can stop it right here on the beach in Virginia. Go to afpvirginia.com for all the info. Hey, Dave, we're out of time. Thanks for being with us, buddy.
Hey, thanks, John. Talk to you soon.